So graduated the next day. I was on a flight, went out to the Cannes Film Festival. They put you up in housing, and you're with all these other people that want to be in entertainment. So I'm still really close with 4 or 5 of those people now, and we're all doing very different things in entertainment.
Everybody.
Yeah, so you kind of created this mini network, and I went to all the screenings, did all that, and my old Lionsgate boss was out there, and I got dinner with him, and then everything fell into place.
What screened at that Cannes? What was the big movie?
Grace of Monaco.
I haven't seen that. Have you guys seen that?
It wasn't Grace. No. It wasn't great.
It was
you know what I saw that was amazing? It wasn't the main event screening. Foxcatcher.
I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah,
either. Who's that?
That was the wrestling movie with Steve Carell. Where that was one of his first really dramatic roles, and it was Steve Carell and
who directed it?
His name. I don't remember who directed it.
Foxcatcher.
But it was I thought he was going to win the Oscar for it. I think he got nominated. I don't think he won though. But yeah, it was wild being at Cannes, being there for 2 weeks, and that kind of reaffirmed this is definitely the industry that I want to be in, kind of a thing. And then I got back, and then my old boss called me a month later, started as an assistant.
What is that like? Because I don't think a lot of people have epiphanies like that, where you're like, oh my God, I know this is what I want to do. I know this.
Yeah.
What was it, like a clicking moment?
Yeah, I call it like an aha moment. Yeah, so
a lot of people call it that, Nick, bro. Yeah, that's my thing.
I actually coined that. Yeah, I'd say my first one was where I was like, "This is so cool." It was like the end of a day, and I could have gone home, but my one of my bosses at Lionsgate, while I was still an intern, was like, "Do you want to come with us? We're gonna go pull clips for Catching Fire, the Hunger Games Catching Fire." I was like, "Sure, yeah." So we went to our creative agency that had the movie, and this was in the summer, and it wasn't coming out till November. So I got to see the whole movie early, and it was awesome. And just going through it and finding places to clip, and what would work for.
You were just excited as hell.
Yeah, I was like a fly on the wall watching. I was like, this is so cool. Talking about what would be good appearance clips for Jennifer Lawrence, what would be good appearance for Woody, all that kind of stuff, and thinking about it, and just something so small, and it sounds kind of simplistic, but that was I was like, this is so cool. So that was the first one, and then as an intern, still I didn't creatively work on the trailers there, but the trailers that I kind of watched my bosses oversee, and then going into theaters and sitting there and watching the trailers play, and I was
it a gratifying experience?
Yeah, I hadn't even worked at those yet. I worked on them directly as an intern, but it was just cool. And it's also cool to, like I said to you earlier, people don't realize the amount of thought and research and time and all the stuff that goes into the marketing materials. Before I even got into this industry, I thought oh yeah, 2 minutes, and the trailer's 2 minutes and 30 seconds of the best stuff in the movie. There's so much that goes into it. There's a lot of those movies, you have 5, 10, 15 different trailer cuts. There's so much thought. There's testing and research and audience reviews and all this stuff that goes into it. So it was cool to sit in that theater with my friends and see something that that team had worked on at that time, and know the specific points of remembering what a certain audio bite. I remember when they got rid of that. I know the thought behind why we use this kind of music for it, the editorial, the graphics, everything that goes into these trailers and the marketing. Thinking, it's just all really interesting to me. It was really cool to see all the different thought of every small thing that everyone else in this audience doesn't realize went into it, but I do. And that was kind of my moment. Yeah.